shades. Where's the Deppers at? So we're gonna blend these two shades together.
Just on the floor.
Hang on my cart. So I wouldn't do the dark one with it, but I don't want to do that for the experimental because that is Liz's color and that would suck. So when you're blending two shades together, you can make a new color. So what we are gonna do, we're going to split these in half. So I'm gonna give you zip ties, 2. You'll split this in half. I'll split this one in half, okay? The straight hair is going to be the easiest thing for you to start learning on. Because also it's the cheapest. So every time you pull it through the hackle, bro, stalker shit. Every time you pull it through the hackle, you are gonna change the color variation ever so slightly. So the amount of times you hackle it is the amount, so you can make it either really like blended, you can make a full new color, or you can do like a thick like highlight type vibe. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do this demonstration first and then you will do it with these two, okay? So we're gonna make a new shade with this. So now that we have these zip tied, feels so wasteful. Putting zip ties on and then cutting them right off. Okay. So you're gonna stack them on top of each other and you're gonna pull through and you're gonna twist down here.
Okay.
Like so. Okay. So I went down and back.
Okay.
Hello. We are hackling hair to make a new shade for extensions. That's what's going on. So now we're gonna do this. We're gonna fold under and we're gonna pull again. Okay? Back over. We're gonna pull. Right. Are you making a brush of some kind? No, I'm making extensions. So I'm training my assistant right now on how to make a new shade for extensions. So we're using a hackle and some hair and we are blending a brand new entire shade. This is their first time ever doing it. So we're starting off easy and we're just doing 2 colors. So we're doing like a Targaryen white with almost like a yellow. It's not really yellow, but it's like very close to it. So now once you have it hackled through, you see how it's starting to blend? Now you're going to take it, you're going to split it, okay? You're going to stack that on top of each other. So you want to just remember to keep the hair remy, so just keep a hold of it. And again, you're just going to push it through, fold, like so, and pull it through, okay? Boom. Pull it through. Technically, the faster you go, the better it'll blend.
Okay.
And then you'll take it this way, you'll pull it through like that. So you'll brush it. Thank you. It is very interesting. They've been asking to use the hackle, and so I figured, what the hell, why not today? Boom, and then before, you're gonna take out all the short hair real quick. Or try to at least. You wanna try to remove any hair that's not going in the direction that you're moving. So that's why I keep this comb right here. Blow on it. You're gonna take this, put it through. Put it through. There we go. Oops.
Like,
Sorry. I'm gonna pull out the short hair like so. Okay. So taking out that short hair. This also will double draw hair. So like what we're doing right now, if a client had like thin hair and they wanted to wear extensions, but their density couldn't hold a lot, we would use a hackle and we would hackle out the short hairs in the bundle. Every bundle of hair that you buy will have short hairs in it unless you hackle it. So we are technically double drawing hair right now. Now, whenever you're using the hackle, you want to remember what's the bottom and what's the top, because if you get those mixed up, you're screwed. So again, we're gonna pull through, twist, pull through, twist, boom, down. You see how it's starting to blend?
yes.
So we could stop right here if the client wanted a highlighted look, because this is blended, but we're gonna try to make a whole new shade. We want to mute this yellow. We're using straight hair because straight hair is well, for me at least, the straight hair I buy is the least expensive. So it's the best thing to start with, especially when someone's new at using the hackle. Right, twist. We're gonna go back through that way. Boom, twist and pull. Twist and pull. Back through, twist and pull, twist and pull. Okay, back through. Now what I'm going to do again is I'm going to separate it one more time. I'm going to stack it on top of each other because right now we're just really trying to get it blended. Twist and pull, back through, back over, twist and pull, back through until we get the shade that we want. Now, Erin, whenever you're doing this, you want to make sure you're not moving the hair too much like me, because that's when you're going to start losing length.
Okay.
So you want to keep it in mind whenever you're doing it. I'm going to move my hand down a little bit lower on the hair so that I can really get this. Twist and pull, back through. Twist and pull this out. You don't want to be grabbing any of the random short hairs, and pull. Twist and pull. Okay, as I'm pulling it through, I'm going to stack it this time. Okay, I'm going to hit it one more time. Pull that down, go this way. And you're just gonna you see how it's like slowly becoming the more muted version of like that yellow?
Yes.
And now we have a blended new color. I want it to be a little bit more blendy before Erin takes over because this will go back on the hair wall. We have a whole wall of hair here. We're based in Philadelphia. Okay. This is like my mom's color. You see how you don't even need chemicals to alter the hair? If you know how to blend it like so, you can make a whole new shade with it. But do you see how like it's important to see where the top and the bottom begins?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to start looking similar to each other. 2, twist and pull, twist and pull. Now I'm just going to take my hand, I'm going to grab just the short hairs out. But now we have this like beautiful, like California blonde.
It's adorable.
Okay. Just gonna pull the rest of the hairs out. So we kind of goofed, but that's okay. So when that happens, you're gonna grab the shortest piece and you're gonna move it back up to the top. You're gonna find where a lot of the density is. So I am about to grab right here and I'm gonna pull this through to get all of that hair out. Pull this through. It's okay because this is the cheap hair that we have. Now I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna wrap it tight and we're gonna cut the top. So ideally, we would not have this much to cut, but because we're learning, we can. And it's the straight hair, so we don't need some. Hi, how are you? Welcome to my TikTok shop. Not actually TikTok shop. So now we're gonna bundle the hair 3 times.
Okay.
3 is the lucky number. So that it stays, and then I'm gonna cut this top part off. We don't want to do this with a normal pony.
Yeah.
But because this is a not normal pony and we're experimenting, it's okay. So now whenever you're done with the hackle, you got to get all of the short hair out. All of the hair that's not in the bundle. You want to be really careful. This is super sharp. So I'm going to take a comb and I'm just going to pick it out like so. Grab this. And now we have a brand new shade of hair. So we just made, hi, oh hey, hello, wait, bonjour. Do not speak good French whatsoever, but appreciate you tuning in. So we made a brand new hair color. We made it from these 2 shades. We made this. So this is like a very light, buttery blonde. Very similar to the base shade, but it's just a little bit lighter. And it's actually really pretty.
I think that's what Alice is when she lifts her highlights.
Yeah, it's like a banana blonde.
Yeah.
All right, Erin, your turn. So remember it's okay if you mess this up.
Okay.
I will talk on YouTube Live while you work on it. I'll be here. So Erin, yes, it is for hair extension. So I have a hair wool. So we work with unbonded ponies. And I'm showing my assistant right now. Hey American, I'm American too. I am showing my assistant right now how to hackle hair. So that's what we're doing. So you can drop your hand lower on the hair shaft so that you have room to hackle it. Yeah. Twist and pull. Remember, the slower you go, it works against you. So you want to move a little bit quick with it because you'll have more control over the hair itself. When you pull it out, pull down in a way. Just keep going.
Okay.
You're getting all the short hairs out right now. That's what you're doing so that you can properly blend. It's a hobby it's our profession. So this is what we do professionally. So Erin right now is training under me to learn how to do this. Hence why I'm showing them how to do it. We're using our straight hair that we have in stock because it's like the least expensive. So it's like low pressure on Erin in case they like mess up the pony, because doing something like this can like really mess up inventory if you don't know what you're doing. So I started them off obviously with like the cheaper hair, just takes the pressure off. So if they get the hair on Remy, you want to keep on Remy is like whenever all the hair follicles aren't aligned, and that's what gets tangly extensions. So right now, Erin is removing the short hairs from the hackle or from the bundle with the hackle so that they can better blend a new shade. Using this tool is really cool because you don't have to color extensions if you know how to use it. You can blend 2 different shades together and create a brand new shade. So this is how we customize a lot of our clients' hair, is we'll use something like this instead of using any chemicals. The other thing is too, if a client has really like fine hair, like it's thin and they want a full look, but their hair integrity can't hold the density like of a full extension, we will double draw the hair. So we will do what Erin's doing right now, only that, which is removing the short hairs. And that's going to give your extensions a full look from top to bottom. Most bundles that you get, doesn't matter from what company or if you're getting it wholesale, they're going to have short hairs within it because most people's hair doesn't grow at all one length. So if I were to cut Erin's hair off right now, there would be short hairs within the bundle. So this is a tool that we use to remove it. It can be like a little intense because hair is so expensive on the market, which is again why I'm starting them off on like a cheaper bundle. Because if you unremy the hair itself, the whole bundle's screwed. You can't really find where the hair is unremy and where it's not. So I'm just teaching Erin how to properly use it because that's the point in them assisting me, is learning how to do this. And I'm also teaching them just a skill set that's transferable. So if Erin doesn't want to work for me in the future, they can take this skill set and they can transfer it like to a different salon. I mean, hopefully they want to work for me, but this is the point of apprenticing or assisting someone in a salon, is learning hands-on stuff like this. If you're assisting somewhere and you're just basically being someone's like little bitch, like you need to leave. Pardon my language. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube Live.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So now that you've gotten a lot of the short hairs out, now you're gonna grab the top. You're gonna unwind it from your hand. Okay. And now let me show you the next step. Okay. Because you know how to take the short hairs out. So the next step now, and just watch me. So now I'm gonna throw it and blend and twist. I know you were kind of doing that, but now you're going to take the top part and you're going to stick it through like that.
Okay.
So you want to keep your hands wrapped around it. And you see how I'm like going kind of fast?
Mm-hmm.
I'm being so honest with you, it really will give you more control over the hair itself if you pull quicker than if you were to go slow. And you see how the hair is like slowly like transforming, like moving into itself?
Yes.
As you do that. So now when I get to this point, you're going to do everything I just did. I'm going to split the bundle in half. And I'm going to stack the bundle like so. You want to try to keep the hair aligned up top so that you don't lose a lot of length. Boom. And twist. Back through. You're going to do this for a while for us to fully make a new shade. I want it to be more blended than the first one I did.
Okay.
So that you have time to like really understand what you're doing. But you see how I'm not wrapping it around my hands when I'm pulling it through? Yeah. You just need to have a grip. Like grip her, choke her out. She does not deserve to live. No, I'm just kidding. She does. I'm probably gonna get fucking banned on YouTube if I keep talking like this. I'm like, choker! So I just stacked it. Now whenever you stack, you wanna be careful. Are you still sweating? A trick to that. So a trick, everyone, if your hands are sweaty, you're gonna take alcohol, rub them on, dry your hands. That will get it sweaty. Hair extensions are expensive. I am men, ain't. Okay, bro. What? Hold on. Hair extensions are expensive. I am a man. I don't wear them, so I'm not aware. I'm just paraphrasing what you wrote, basically. But I know nail work is really expensive. And sorry for my poor language. I learned it by myself. So you're totally okay. I not dissing. You just like wrote all crazy. Yeah, hair extensions are very expensive. So my minimum here is $2,500. So it's you have to pay $2,500 in order to even sit in my chair. The hair extensions can go up to like $4,000. It's actually crazy. I would say that they're more expensive, and it's because Aaron and I are doing this. So Aaron, I'm gonna have you take back over. Turn this to face Aaron more. Ever so often, you want to kind of move the hair out of the hackle. So that's something else because you don't want it to get caught up in it.
Okay.
35, you said $2,500. So $2,500 to set my chair. It can go up to $4,000 as well. So there are different types of hackles you can get. You can get really wide ones, like very long ones. You can get ones that are finer. We just have a standardized one because we're a new business. And they'd be expensive, bro. But people in fiber arts use hackles as well. And so we use a lot of stuff similar to like fiber arts. So people that make like quilts or people that make yarn, there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of similarities that cross over with this. And I'm curious how you fix the extensions on the hair. So we do keratin bonded extensions. I'll show you a strip of it real quick. So we take hair, like how Aaron's doing, and we create strips with keratin. Then we adhere the strips with heat onto someone's hair. So everybody has keratin in their hair, skin, and nails. So it's one of the most expensive form of extensions and also one of the healthiest extensions if you install it properly. So we density match and all of that jazz with it. When it gets to that, that's when I would take them out.
Okay.
This is a little hackle. When we get a little bit more legit with it, we're gonna get a huge one. It'll be a little bit easier for Aaron to maneuver. So when you have hairs like that, you just take it. That's when you pull them out.
Okay.
But remember, you wanna pull down. So something that helped me learn the hackle is I worked with braiding hair first, and I separated braiding hair over and over again. I'll bring you a pack for you to do that with.
Okay.
Because, yeah, so you see how all of the, like, look at, I want you to pause, and
Yeah.
I want you to look at this.
Yeah.
You see how that's a problem?
Mm-hmm.
So, like this. Yeah, that was in a loop. So, yeah, you just want to be mindful of it. It could be similar to like you could make a comparison to hot glue with the keratin. It's not, but you could make a comparison with it. We adhere it with heat, and so we take it out with alcohol. And I made Erin put alcohol on their hands because if you're nervous or you're sweaty, the hair will stick to your hands. So before you begin, look at the end.
Okay.
Take that out. That's what's tripping you up is you aren't grabbing these little short hairs like so.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to watch me one more time.
Okay.
You're doing good. I just want you to watch me. Like
That's
we're just
fine.
gonna go back and forth
Yeah.
with it, just so. And I want you to mimic what I do. You see how I like flick it out? Again, I think you're just moving a little too slow. Because the hair, it's so sticky.
Mm-hmm.
If you move slow, because it's just like such fine individual strands, because you're moving like this, just pull it out.
Okay.
You'll be fine. Again, this is like the cheap hair on the wall, so like I wouldn't have let you do this and blend if I wasn't prepared to lose this entire ponytail. So just remember that. You see how my hand movements, how I'm like constantly moving?
Yes.
I'm not stopping. When you stop, you start getting things tripped up. So I'm constantly putting it back and forth, twisting, pulling down. My hands are also constantly running down the sides of them. Lightly, gently. If you grip it and you pull down, that's how you're going to get them out of place. So you see how like very quickly the hair on the bottom and on the top can blend together.
Mm-hmm.
So when that happens, I'm going to pull it and I'm just going to realign everything as much as possible. Okay. We're almost there. So do you see how my hands are like constantly, they're touching something. They're moving down. Okay, so try to move with that type of speed.
Okay.
That's interesting. Thank you. Yeah, we think it's very interesting too. Erin's been having a good time. But I want to get Erin trained on this because I want them to be able to do this when a client is in. But that's probably going to be a couple of trainings.
For sure.
So when you're losing long hair, that's the thing. So you're starting to lose long pieces. So what I want you to do when that starts happening, you're going to take this choker. I want you to grab from down here. Pull it through. Whoops. I want you to pull it through from the bottom to realign everything. Because I think we're losing a little too much. So this is another, so I just want us to get all of these like longer hairs out of the way so that you can have an easier time blending them. This will also blend it, taking out these. So now we're like triple drawing this. So the farther down the extension bundle you go, the more short hairs you lose. Because there's medium, there's short, there's like long, there's like extra long hairs.
Yeah.
So we're making the density. So now we're kind of matching the density to the bottom. This is whenever it gets really important to understand where you're pulling from. But I noticed when you start losing long hairs out of the bundle and you're not doing that, you gotta either recorrect yourself a little and like thank God with this, I'm here. Now we're gonna pull it back through this side. Okay, so you see how like now the density,
Is even.
Yeah.
About, yeah.
so the density is basically almost even with this. You see how blended this is getting?
Yeah. That's nice.
You can also, yeah, you see how I pulled out when I did that? So when I'm pulling it down, I'm also doing that light, like very, my hand is gliding just to take out anything that's like not attached to your grip. I love to see manual work. It's interesting, and most of the time I learn something about it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is manual work. Not every extension artist does this. I would say that we're definitely a niche within inside of a niche, but that's why I charge what I charge, because if whenever you're wearing extensions, like, you have to think hair is the essence of a person before and after you. So you want to treat it with respect. And if you're going to shell out like $2,000, I mean, what's $500 more at that point to get something that's like produced? I mean, we're producing this like locally within Philadelphia, you know, like we're the manufacturer now. So we're not getting any of this pre-bonded. We can make tapes, we can do all kinds of shit with this, but that's what we're doing here. So that's why we charge what we charge. A lot of people think that it's like thievery, and I'm just like, I mean, that's tea. I could see that, but at the same time it's not, because of it's like very labor intensive. Like what Aaron and I do on the back end is like we're here 24/7. I'm not even kidding. Granted, we're in a startup business phase, but still we work probably like 12 hours on one person's head. That's with installing, and that's also with the prep time. So 6 and 6. Because now what will happen is once this is all hackled, we got to wash it to make sure nothing's on Remy. So that's how you check hair extensions, to make sure they're not Remy's. You wash them, and if they get tangled up, throw that shit away. So once we wash it and we make sure it's Remy, that's when we'll dry it, and then we will put it in our drawing card, which I'll show you guys. And so our drawing card, this is the second step to it, is something like this. So there's a lot of little spikes. So we'll put it in the drawing card, and then we'll pull it through that, and then we'll put it in another machine. Hold on, which here, ASMR. Then we'll put it through another machine. This is a phone press, but we use it for hair extensions. So then we'll put this on there, clamp it, we'll melt keratin, and then we'll apply the keratin to the extensions. All right, I feel like that's blended.
Yeah, and I feel like there's not a lot of hair coming out of it either.
No, this is more aesthetic purposes.
Okay.
So now that it's blended, you're gonna grab it by the top.
Okay.
You're gonna bundle it, but before you grab something like this, this is Aaron's first time hackling something, so they're gonna have like a little, like a little
tail.
Little tail. So ideally we would not have this, or we would have a shorter tail. So the short hairs where we want to bundle start down here, so we got to cut this off. So this would not be an ideal situation if we were prepping for a client. If we were prepping for a client, I'd be big mad. Like, I'd be pressed. Because you have to think, a client's paying for like 30 inches, right? But now we got to cut it to here. So that's also their money. So we have to keep that in mind whenever we're doing something like this. But this is practice hair. So Aaron, when this happens, show me. So I can be like, what the fuck? But before you bundle it, you're not going to bundle it like that. You're going to cut this. Because, so if we did not cut the top of this, I know, everyone just know this is practice hair. If we did not cut the top of this and Aaron went to tie where it started getting thinner, they would lose literally this entire pony when they went to go pull their hands through. When we bundle hair that's not bonded, we bundle it 3 times to make sure it's good. So the top is cut. We're going to bundle like so. We bundle 3 times. So we bundle one in the middle, one on top, and one on bottom, just to make sure we get everything. Because when we put it in the drawing card, even if there are some short hairs, which there are, I can see them. If there are short hairs underneath the first tie, we can get that. We can still use that through the drawing card, because that's what the purpose of the drawing card is for, is to get all of those little pieces. But we have to bundle it correctly. and we have to cut it at the right point. You also don't want to like tie a huge long tail, because remember, we have to wash this hair and we have to make sure that it's like still rimmy. So if they bundle the shit down here, we can't properly wash that. So we need to have the majority of the hair out of the rubber band so that we can make sure that we did our job right. But in an ideal world, we would not cut that much off. Like that's crazy, but it's okay because it's practice. Do you have any questions?
As of now, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for tuning into our live. We'll see you all later.